Welcome back to our channel, World Coins History. As you knew that old is gold, but these rare $quarter coins that are most valuable than you think, don't spend one of them, so please watch complete video and find your treasure. Let's start this. Top 1. Today, we're diving into one of the most remarkable modern US coins, the 2022 Maya Angelou quarter. This isn't just another 25-cent piece you find in your pocket. This is a coin that celebrates one of America's most inspiring voices, a symbol of resilience, art, and history, and yes, it's also catching the eye of collectors because of its rarity and value. The Maya Angelou quarter is the very first release in the American Women Quarters program, a series that honors women who have made extraordinary contributions to the United States. On its reverse, you see Maya Angelou with her arms wide open, a rising sun behind her, and a bird soaring upward. Every detail was carefully designed to capture her spirit, hope, freedom, and the power of words. Holding this coin, you're holding a piece of history, a tribute to a life that inspired millions. Now, you might think that because millions of these quarters were minted, they aren't rare. But collectors know better. The coin's rarity depends not only on how many were made but also on the mint where it was struck, its condition, and even subtle errors that make certain pieces one of a kind. The 2022 Maya Angelou quarters were minted in Philadelphia and Denver in massive numbers, hundreds of millions each. These coins are common in circulation, meaning many people can still find them in change. But the San Francisco Mint produced a far smaller number of these quarters, just a few 100,000 in special proof sets. That smaller quantity instantly makes the S-Mint quarters far more desirable for collectors. Condition is key when it comes to value. A quarter pulled from circulation might still be worth its face value, 25 cents. But a coin that has never been handled, with perfect edges, full luster, and crisp details, can be worth significantly more. Collectors look for mint state coins, those that are flawless and appear as if they just came from the mint. In this condition, the 2022 Maya Angelou quarters can sell for $10 to $35 each, depending on the quality, but here's where things get really exciting. Auction prices for the highest grade coins are far above that. A 2022 P Maya Angelou quarter graded at MS67+ could sell for nearly $2,000. A 2022 S quarter, graded MS68, might fetch over $500. These are coins that become prized possessions for serious collectors, not just keepsakes for casual fans. Errors and unique variations also make coins highly sought after. If a Maya Angelou quarter has a minting error, like a misstrike, double die, or unusual anomaly, it becomes one of a kind. Such coins are like hidden treasures, turning a humble quarter into a rare collector's gem. Many collectors spend years chasing coins with these rare quirks, and the excitement of finding one is part of the thrill of coin collecting. So, what does this mean for you, the coin hunter? If you come across a 2022 Maya Angelou quarter that still looks fresh, sharp, and flawless, don't just toss it into a jar of change. That coin could be the one that elevates your collection, or even fetches hundreds, or thousands, at auction. The combination of its historical significance, mint rarity, and pristine condition makes it a coin worth cherishing. Coins like this aren't just about money, they're about history, artistry, and the thrill of discovery. Every collector dreams of finding that perfect coin that tells a story, and the Maya Angelou quarter is a shining example of just that. Whether you are a seasoned collector or someone just starting, this coin reminds us why coin collecting is so fascinating, because every coin has a story, and some of those stories are priceless. Top 2, we're taking a deep dive into a coin that has fascinated collectors for decades, the 1967 United States quarter dollar. At first glance, it might just look like a regular piece of silver change, but for coin lovers, it's a window into history, artistry, and sometimes even unexpected fortune. Whether you're a casual collector or a seasoned treasure hunter, this coin has stories that will make you stop and look twice. The 1967 quarter belongs to the Washington Quarter series, and it's part of the coins struck before the big switch to clad coins in 1965. Although silver content was reduced starting in the mid-1960s, the 1967 quarter still holds a special place because it reflects the transition era. Struck in both Philadelphia and Denver, millions of these coins entered circulation, but certain variations and flawless examples are what make collectors excited. One of the reasons collectors value this quarter so much is its silver content. Each 1967 quarter contains 40% silver, giving it intrinsic metal value beyond its face value. While the coin can still be used for everyday purchases as 25 cents, its worth as a collectible or for its silver is already higher. Many collectors today seek coins in uncirculated condition, those that have never been handled and still maintain their original luster and sharp details. These mint state coins can instantly become the centerpiece of a collection. Errors and unique variations can make the 1967 quarter even more desirable. Coins with misstrikes, double dies, or other minting anomalies are incredibly rare and can fetch premium prices. For example, slight differences in the mint mark or subtle doubling on the inscriptions can turn a coin from ordinary to extraordinary in the eyes of collectors. These quirks are often called treasures hiding in plain sight, and they are what make coin collecting so thrilling. Now let's talk numbers. A standard circulated 1967 quarter in average condition usually fetches a few dollars above its silver melt value, which is roughly around $4 to $5. But if you have a coin in uncirculated condition, particularly with a strong luster and sharp strike, the value can rise significantly. Collectors often pay between $15 to $50 for coins in excellent mint state, depending on eye appeal and preservation. The real excitement comes at auctions, where high-grade specimens can command serious attention. A 1967 quarter graded MS-65 or higher could sell for over $100, while top-tier coins with exceptional quality or unique errors might even exceed $200. These coins are not just pocket change, they're sought-after pieces of numismatic history, representing a moment in time and the artistry of the mint. If you are serious about coin collecting, the 1967 quarter offers a perfect combination of history, silver content, and the potential for rare variations that make each piece special. Whether you're hunting for uncirculated coins, searching for rare pieces, or simply appreciating the craftsmanship, this coin rewards curiosity and patience. Every collector knows that sometimes the thrill isn't just in what you find, but in the hunt itself. So, if you ever stumble upon a 1967 quarter in excellent condition, don't overlook it. It could be the one coin that elevates your collection, or even becomes a valuable piece at auction. Coins like this are proof that history, art, and value can come in something as small as a quarter. Top 3, we're diving into a coin that might seem ordinary at first glance, but for collectors, it's a small treasure, the 1986 United States quarter dollar. At first, it's just a 25-cent piece, something you might find in your pocket or at the bottom of a drawer. But if you look closer, the 1986 quarter holds a story of design, minting artistry, and potential value that every coin lover will want to hear. The 1986 quarter is part of the Washington Quarter series, featuring the familiar portrait of George Washington on the obverse and the classic eagle on the reverse. What makes this year particularly interesting is that it sits within the modern circulation era, yet still has variations and rare finds that make collectors excited. While millions of these quarters were minted in Philadelphia and Denver, careful attention to condition, mint marks, and errors can reveal coins that are worth far more than their face value. Collectors often look for coins in uncirculated condition, also known as mint state coins. These coins have never been in circulation and retain their original shine, sharp details, and crisp edges. Even though the 1986 quarter isn't made of silver, mint state examples can stand out in a collection because of their rarity and pristine condition. Some coins even have striking luster or perfect strikes that make them almost like miniature works of art. One of the most exciting aspects for collectors is finding errors or unique variations. A 1986 quarter with a double die, misstruck edges, or an unusual mint mark can instantly become a prized piece. These error coins are often very rare, and collectors hunt for them like hidden treasures in rolls of change. Even a small anomaly can dramatically increase a coin's value, turning a common quarter into a standout collectible. Now, let's talk about value. A standard circulated 1986 quarter is usually worth about 25 cents, just face value. But if the coin is in uncirculated condition, it can fetch between $3 and $10 depending on its eye appeal and quality. Coins with special mint marks or exceptionally high grades, like MS-65 or higher, can be worth significantly more, sometimes up to $50 or more in the collector market. The real excitement comes with auction prices for top-tier examples or coins with unique errors. A high-grade 1986 quarter, especially one with perfect strike quality, can sell for over $100. Rare error coins from this year can reach even higher, attracting serious collectors who know that these coins aren't just pocket change, they're small pieces of history and craftsmanship. For anyone starting a collection or hunting for coins, the 1986 quarter is a perfect example of how everyday coins can hold hidden value. It reminds us that history, artistry, and rarity often hide in the most common objects. All it takes is a careful eye and a bit of curiosity. Whether you're looking for pristine mint state coins or unique error examples, this quarter offers an exciting opportunity for discovery. If you ever come across a 1986 quarter that looks untouched or has a rare anomaly, hold on to it. It could be a gem for your collection or a valuable piece at auction. Coins like this make collecting exciting, rewarding, and full of surprises. Top 4. We're exploring a coin that at first glance might look ordinary, but to collectors, it's a small treasure, the 1971 United States quarter dollar. You might have seen one in your pocket, jar, or old collection, but this quarter holds more than just 25 cents of value. It carries history, artistry, and even the potential for serious collector interest. The 1971 quarter belongs to the classic Washington quarter series, featuring George Washington on the front and the iconic eagle on the back. While millions were minted that year in Philadelphia and Denver, collectors know that the story isn't just in the numbers, it's in the details. Coins in exceptional condition, unusual mint marks, and rare errors make certain quarters stand out in ways that are exciting and sometimes profitable. For coin collectors, condition is everything. Circulated coins from 1971 are common and usually worth just their face value. But an uncirculated or mint state coin, one that has never been touched or handled and retains its original luster, can instantly become a collector's favorite. Sharp detail on Washington's hair, crisp lettering, and clean edges make a coin visually appealing and significantly more valuable. Errors and variations add an extra layer of excitement. A 1971 quarter with a double die, misaligned strike, or unusual mint mark can become rare and highly desirable. These errors are not just mistakes, they're unique features that make a coin one of a kind. Collectors often spend years searching rolls of quarters just to find a rare error like this. Even a small anomaly can turn a seemingly ordinary coin into a gem. Now, let's talk about real-world value. A circulated 1971 quarter is generally worth just 25 cents. But in uncirculated condition, these quarters can sell for $5 to $15 depending on eye appeal and overall quality. High-grade coins, especially those graded MS-65 or better, can reach between $50 and $100. The rarer the coin's condition or the more pronounced the error, the higher the value. Auctions are where things get really interesting. Top-tier 1971 quarters, particularly mint state examples with exceptional luster or rare mint marks, can sell for over $100. Coins with verified errors, like double dies or misstrikes, can attract premium bids and sometimes fetch 2 to 3 times more, making them highly sought after by serious collectors. Owning one of these coins isn't just about money, it's about holding a tangible piece of history and the artistry of the mint. For collectors, the 1971 quarter is a reminder that every coin has a story. It shows that even everyday currency can hide surprises and value for those willing to look closely. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting, keeping an eye out for uncirculated examples and rare variations can turn an ordinary coin hunt into an exciting treasure quest. So next time you come across a 1971 quarter in exceptional condition, don't overlook it. It could be the star of your collection or a rare piece at auction. Coins like this remind us why numismatics is so thrilling. The smallest details can carry history, rarity, and value all at once. Top 5, and last rare coin. We're diving into a coin that might look ordinary at first glance, but for collectors, it's a fascinating piece of history, the 1965 United States quarter dollar. At first, it may seem like just another 25-cent coin, but there's much more to it than meets the eye. This coin marks a significant shift in U.S. minting history and has features that make collectors sit up and pay attention. The 1965 quarter is part of the classic Washington quarter series, featuring George Washington on the obverse and the iconic eagle on the reverse. But what makes this year special is that it was the first year the U.S. Mint fully transitioned away from silver coins. Prior to 1965, quarters were made of 90% silver, but starting this year, they switched to a copper-nickel-clad composition. This change makes the 1965 quarter a bridge between two important eras in U.S. coinage, giving it historical significance that collectors love. Millions of these quarters were minted in Philadelphia and Denver, so they're not rare in circulation. However, their real collectible value comes from their condition, mint marks, and any unusual minting errors. Coins in uncirculated condition, those that have never been handled and retain full luster, are particularly prized. Even a seemingly ordinary 1965 quarter can become a centerpiece of a collection if it has sharp details, crisp lettering, and flawless edges. One of the most exciting aspects for collectors is minting errors. Some 1965 quarters exhibit double dies, die cracks, or slight misstrikes. These coins are rare, and finding one can feel like discovering hidden treasure. Even minor anomalies, like a weak strike or a small off-center issue, can dramatically increase a coin's value. For collectors, these quirks make the hunt thrilling and rewarding. Let's talk numbers. A typical circulated 1965 quarter is usually worth just 25 cents, but mint state coins can fetch $5 to $15 depending on condition. Coins with particularly sharp details or superior eye appeal may sell for $20 to $50. The excitement really picks up when we look at auctions. High-grade 1965 quarters, especially those in mint state MS65 or higher, can command $100 or more. Rare error coins or unique variations can sell for even higher, sometimes reaching several $100s. These coins are more than just currency, they're collectible pieces of history, highly sought after by coin enthusiasts. For anyone starting a collection or exploring coin collecting, the 1965 quarter is a perfect example of how even common coins can have hidden value. It reminds us that history, craftsmanship, and rarity can all be found in the coins we handle every day. Whether you're searching for uncirculated coins, unique errors, or just appreciating the artistry, this quarter has something for every collector. So, if you come across a 1965 quarter that looks flawless or has an unusual feature, hold on to it. It could be a prized addition to your collection or a valuable piece at auction. Coins like this show that even everyday change can hold surprises and reward curiosity. If you enjoyed exploring the 1965 quarter, make sure to hit that subscribe button, ring the bell, and share this video with friends who love coins and history. Keep searching, keep collecting, and remember, the next hidden treasure could be right in your pocket. Thanks for watching, and happy coin hunting.